Good morning, everybody. I'm just going to adjust that a little bit. So my name is Julie Spear Lynch, which is important because of my maiden name. This has been my spiritual home since 1970. That is my fun fact, because Gladstone and I often argue about who's the longest standing member of Christ Church. Gladstone says maybe 1971 for him, so I think I might be it. So if you feel like you're beat me, stand up. Gladstone, you beat me? So in the 70s at this church, when I started attending, I was 4 years old. There was a very welcoming presence in this church. We went down to the Murdoch room, the Murdoch room before and after church for fellowship. I remember me running around and it being very crowded all the time. Just running around to get food, and there were families, there was communities. Every week there was a spiritual sharing of fellowship, which still goes on today. Every Sunday, part of my family's and many other families' routine was to come to Christ Episcopal Church. Back then, it was Father Brown, who was our spiritual leader, our minister. And every Sunday, part of my routine, our whole family would come to church. Our whole family would go to Sunday school, me and my two brothers. Back then, of course, I found it very annoying that I had to come every single week to school, to Sunday school, to church. My brothers found it very annoying too, because they were like, we already go to school every day of the week. We found it very annoying. Today, I respect that, because my family set up that sense of spiritual community for me, even way back when. Today I brought, it's in my purse, my pin, because every year we got a pin for our attendance. So I have my original pin, and then they created bridges to the pins. So I have my 5-year attachment. So I attended Sunday school for 6 years, starting in first grade, and then you did confirmation training after that. So my parents created this solid, comfortable foundation for me at Christ Episcopal Church, which today, I cherish that, and I respect that. I'm very happy that they set that up for me. Over the years, as a member here, I was confirmed. We didn't have First Communion celebrated in the Episcopal Church back in those days. We did we did confirmation, My brothers were also confirmed here. A funny story is that the bishop would give you a gentle pat on the cheek when you used to get confirmed. We thought it was hysterical that my brother got kind of a loud slap when he got confirmed. This was very much like his life. He was always mischievous and getting in trouble, and he always claimed it wasn't his fault. So I was very happy, because he constantly picked on me, that he got the loud slap. And it resounded through the church with the echoings. It was a great day for me. I got married here in 1990, and my father's funeral was here in January of 2017. So it continues with our family's traditions. I still feel his presence here the most of anywhere when I want to communicate with him. He sat right where my husband is now, videotaping every single week, and I still feel his presence whenever I come in. I like to sit right next to him and leave that space next to him. I'm just used to doing that. And he was here every single week and was an acolyte for many, many years. I visit him outside often, because he's right outside the doors. His ashes are buried there. Father McDuffie sometimes would get confused, because he would go out the side door and he would see me talking to someone, and no one was there. I'd be reading the Sunday paper and talking about the stories and sitting on the bench there talking to my dad. That was a little confusing to him. And I would say, hello, I'm just talking to my dad, good morning. Over the years, I've helped out in Christ Church in many ways. I was a Sunday school teacher for about 10 years, and I did Veggie Tales for many years. for several years in the summertime for the kids, because I'm a teacher. So Michelle Craig would often ask me for help with teaching the students, which I appreciated. About 11 years ago, my family suffered what I would say was a very tragic event that reshaped all our lives and still continues to do so. And it was Kay Kubis, our angel, that has moved to Texas, but she still continues to be our angel, who really reached out to me during that time and prayed for me constantly, prayed with me, prayed with my family, was a constant sense of spiritual presence during that time for about 9 months, that it was a very bad time for all our family. After that, I noticed kind of a calling to be part of that pastoral care committee that she was the spiritual leader of. So about a year later, I asked her, "You've really helped me. You really helped me through that time. I would like to join the committee." So after that, I joined. So I've been a member for about 10 years, and now I am the leader of the pastoral care committee, because I found that very helpful for me during that time, and I'm hoping that that still continues today, that the pastoral care committee is really a help to people who need those prayers. So I just wanted to say, over the maybe 50 years that I've been here, that I continue to see the light in Christ Church. It's gone through so many changes, but I still find it a very calming presence to be here, and I found it a foundation, stability, and a sense of comfort to me. And I hope I continue to feel that way for another 40 years. So thank you very much for listening to me today.